kid discovers not everyone has a maid, gets reality check years later. I was 15 when I learned that not everyone has a maid. I grew up in a wealthy family, and we had a maid who would come every day to clean the house. I never really thought much of it, and just assumed everyone had someone who would clean their house for them. One day, I was at a friend's house and noticed how messy it was. I asked him why his maid didn't clean it up, and he looked at me like I was crazy. He told me that they didn't have a maid, and that he had to clean the house himself. I was shocked. I couldn't believe that someone would actually have to clean their own house. I went home and asked my mom why we had a maid, and she told me that it was because we could afford it. I still didn't understand why we needed one, but I didn't question it any further. Fast forward a few years, and I moved out on my own. I quickly realized how much work it was to keep a house clean. I had to do my own laundry, dishes, and vacuuming. I finally understood why people had maids. It wasn't because they were lazy. It was because it was a lot of work. I ended up hiring a maid to come once a week to help me out. I felt guilty at first, but then I remembered how much work it was to keep a house clean. I was grateful for the help and realized that not everyone can afford to have a maid.